we apologize for the late start. We're something about best laid plans and God laughs when man proposes, all those things happening today. But in the meantime and in all of that, to all our Muslim brothers and sisters celebrating today, happy Sallah. From all of us here at Jasiri, we wish you peace, joy, and renewed faith as you mark this special day of sacrifice and reflection. May your homes be filled with love, your prayers accepted, and your celebrations meaningful. Welcome to Jasiri. Now, on today's episode of the show, we're stepping into the world of a young girl who's already walking the runways of the world, and the woman guiding her every step of the way. The girl, she's a model, dancer, actress, and cheerleader, as well as youth ambassador at just 9 years old. But more than her crowns and appearances, she's a voice for confidence, culture, and compassion. And beside her is her biggest cheerleader, not a manager, but a mother, a mentor, and a powerhouse in her own right. But first, now as Muslims are celebrating the big Sallah, as I hear it's called, many people are looking forward to something else, and that is the Ojude festival. If you have been an ardent follower of Jasiri, I mean, over the past 1 year, you would know that we also celebrated our own Ojude here, and it was glamorous. So a lot of people are looking forward to the Ojude festival. The festival comes up 2 days after Sallah, as you already know, and in the past few years, it has become an event not to be missed on Nigeria's festival calendar. Last year, our good friend Farouk Oriagba broke the internet and became known as Mr. Steez. And this year, he says he has plans to outdo last year. I spoke to Mr. Steez earlier this week, and I'm so glad we have a team on ground that will be covering the high points of the festival. Let's go straight now to correspondent Nii Igbalani, who is in Ijebu-Ode, as the excitement builds towards the main event on Sunday. Nii, good morning. How was the trip this morning? Because we saw the traffic, I think it was Thursday or Wednesday, as more and more people were leaving Lagos for the celebration. So I hope the trip was a good one.
It was a good one, but of course it's so draining, if I can put it that way. Of course, economic hours are also wasted. So let's just leave that, and that's what's important.
So go ahead, tell us how things are looking in Ijebu-Ode now.
Various states in Nigeria. The one in Ijebu-Ode, Ogun State, is peculiar because the Sallah not only kickstarts the Muslim festivals, which ends the Eid, but of course it kickstarts preparations and processions as we look forward to the Ojude festival, which is one of the biggest, if I can put it that way. They say it's the biggest, but I would play safe and say it's one of the in Nigeria. And just earlier, this was the ground where the Eid prayers were said to kickstart the Sallah. A lot of prayers were said not only for Muslims, it was said for the country as a whole, it was said for children. The Chief Imam's message to the public and to the to the Muslim generally is for people to train their words, their children, so that we can have a better the ram, and of course the signaling of the knife that kickstarts the Sallah, which also entails prayers for the Ojude. In fact, we had very, very good conversations with some very prominent members, like the Balogun of Ijebu land, like the chairman of Ojude, who we're going to be speaking with later today, and they said a whole lot. And just immediately after the prayers, procession started. If you look to my right-hand side here, you can hear music already, drums, a lot of people just on I've seen actually different groups, different factions, different they call it Egbe in Yoruba, trying to do the processions as we prepare for the Ojude. However, I'm here with a very are you a Lagosian or you are an Ijebuite, if there's a word like that? Yeah, an Ijebuite. Yes. Okay, let's start with your name, sir. What's your name?
My name is Dr. Emil Lawal.
All right, awesome. This Sallah celebration, the one happening in Ijebu right now, is like a two-phase because it not only kickstarts the Sallah, it also kickstarts the preparation for the Ojude. As we know, the Ojude is some sort of event that was organized for Muslim converts back in the days to pay homage to the Awujale, right? And to ensure that they are to say thank you to the king for giving them the freedom and the liberty to worship or to practice their religion. Yeah. How do you feel witnessing this one again?
Well, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, wa salatu wa salam ala Rasulillah wa alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam. we thank Almighty Allah for sparing our life to witness another important day in our religion, which is Al-Islam. As Muslims all over the world are celebrating today. And we are celebrating in conjunction with the tenets of Islam, and which is remembering the effort and the fairness of Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam, because of his submissiveness, because of his perseverance, and because of his sincerity class with Almighty Allah. Because Sayyidina Ibrahim took over 90 years before he had an issue from Sarata, who happens to be the second wife. It is after that he has promised Allah that if Allah has given him a child, he's going to sacrifice. And that was why Allah reminded him after many years of the dream, of the promise, that you try to fulfill your dream, and that's exactly what happened to him. In fulfilling that dream, and with the fact that God has given him a sincere, dedicated, obedient son, along with all of them submit themselves to the wills of Allah.
So how symbolic is this now to the Ojude that we are looking forward to? How symbolic is this, especially for Muslims?
This is a very symbolic period for all of us, because it is a day we remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and his favor on us. If not the fact that Allah has favored Sayyidina Ibrahim and Sayyidina Ismail with another ram from paradise, it could probably have been that majority of us will not even come to an
Let me push a little bit further. Are you going to the Ojude?
Really, I don't used to attend the Ojude.
Why? Are you not a Muslim? And it's an event for Muslim.
And I have so many other things to attend to. I'm a lecturer in an institution. Aside that, I'm an imam in my community. And aside that, I have colleagues that will come down to visit me. Because of that, on the third day of celebration, I'm always too busy from the town.
So it's not coming from a place of faith, not meeting tradition.
No, it's not that we are not meeting the tradition. Of course, this Ojude, it was initiated by our forefather in person of Balonguku of Jabuland. When he accepted Islam and they wanted to have another place for praying ground, the then Awujale of Jabuland donated his land for them. On the third day of this celebration, he now went to the Awujale to say thank you, my Royal Highness, for his gracious favor based on the Muslims. And that's what brought about Ojude.
So for you as an academic, it's the place of priority for in terms of you being available for the Ojude.
That is very good. You know, sincerely speaking, I have many other things to attend to. Okay. And I must confess to you, as an academic, one of the things is what I can do at Ojude. Okay. But sincerely speaking, it is emanated from the Muslims. Right. And our forefather started it. And it has been what they developed upon. We are witnessing on the third day of Sallah.
Thank you very much.
All right.
You can say, guys,
Niyi, please come to us, Niyi.
Ojude now has become an international.
Yes, it's a global phenomenon. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Absolutely.
We've heard this from an academic.
Yes, and you can see that he's a lecturer. He was ready to give you the full history and breakdown.
Obviously.
But we know there are a lot of things coming, and we'll be touching base with you throughout the day, tomorrow, and particularly on Sunday, which is the main event day. So Niyi, get some rest, get ready for it. We can see how crowded the town is already looking now, and I suspect more people will be coming in the coming hours. So we'll speak to you sometime soon here on Nice Central. Thank you so much, Niyi. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we have to move on. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, first on News Central, first on Jasiri, really, a mother and daughter duo. They're bold, they're brilliant, and together they're breaking generational limits. One is a 9-year-old powerhouse beauty queen who acts, models, and dances, and the other is the woman who raised her to lead with fire and grace. Today on Jasiri, we meet a mother-daughter duo who are flying Nigeria's flag high and proud around the world. You don't want to miss it. Stay with us.
On a Friday. All right, so we have a first, a mother-daughter duo. One of our guests is a 9-year-old who's already ruled pageants. Sorry, pageants, as in beauty pageants, magazine covers and Chicago runways, all the while handing out food and hope to people in need. She's the current Junior Miss USA-American Nation 2025. And then, of course, you'll get to meet her in a second. But her mother is one that when you see her, you know where she gets her beauty and her fire from. Her mother is a cultural activist. She's an entrepreneur. She's a philanthropist as well. She brought her daughter to this Niger for the first time. Okay, so let me help you out. Mother is in the studio. She's seated on the table with us right here. But first, let's introduce a superstar of the moment, Kokolisco. You know, they're on the same P with Korede Balogun.
Let's roll the montage first.
But for now, please don't steal my shine.
Sorry.
So now let's roll the montage so you know exactly what we're talking to you about on Jasiri today. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are so thrilled to welcome Kleopatra Vargas and her mom, Dr. Krystal Changchangi, to Jasiri. First of all, she has to do that intro. Kleopatra Vargas, welcome to Jasiri. Hey, I love it. I love it. I love it. Hello, good baby. One in town, 1 in a million.
Welcome.
Wow.
Welcome.
Oh la la.
All of you need to learn. we all need to learn. Oh my goodness.
Surely she reminds us of Korede Balogun, seriously, yeah.
Oh my God.
Ladies, welcome to Jasiri. How are you?
Thank you. We're doing amazing. We're happy to be here.
Oh, so sweet. Okay, I'm going to behave. Let's
so
cute.
I'm coming.
Are you emotional?
I need a minute.
You need a minute. You're emotional.
Oh my God, it's so good to see you. She's so cute.
How do you do it? Do you say no to her?
Of course, yes.
Okay.
She's used to it. You can't say no to this voice. Yes.
Okay, Krystal and Cleopatra, it's so good to have you here. We're so excited to have you. And I know that you've only been in the country for a few days, but you've kept busy, right? So, Cleopatra, how are you? I mean, you've met a lot of people since you've been around. You've met Flavor, you've met Zach Orji, Josh Too Funny, Rita Dominique, several others. How has Nigeria been treating you on your first trip here?
It's really good, but there's one thing.
What's the one thing?
The power outage.
Oh.
Because I remember when I was upstairs, I was with myself without no light, and then my whole family was downstairs. The light just went off, then I screamed. I started crying and shedding tears. My mom's PA had to come upstairs to come and get me. I was shedding tears.
They think they've gone blind. On behalf of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, we apologize.
Yes.
We apologize. But we're so happy you're having fun. As Blessings was saying, you've seen, you've met celebrities, you yourself a celebrity, and it's been a fantastic thing for you. So how, aside from the power outage, how are we doing?
Good. I really like it.
Oh, fantastic.
You do?
Have you tried the food?
Yes.
So what do you like the most?
I like egusi soup and bitter leaf soup.
Krystal, well done. Well done. We like it.
It's over.
So, Krystal, let's come to you for a minute. You know, you're raising an amazing daughter. You can see she's working in purpose. She's so confident. How did this begin?
How did this begin? I have been in pageants for years,
I was from Miss Illinois 2016 for the Miss Universal system. I just wanted her to, I tried out things. I tried out tennis, I tried out ballet, I tried out a lot of things and she did not like it. Even swimming, she did not like it. Wow. But when it came to entertainment, she was just a light to it. She's always into it, she's always dancing, she's always singing. She would literally, like 1-year-old, 2-year-old, she would take the mopping stick and be singing for like singing nonsense for 30 minutes and dancing. So she's just a natural. And when I was pregnant for her, I wanted to name her Beyonce. I did, but her dad objected to it, and my mom said, never. How can you name her Beyonce? Why would you do that? So I had to name her Cleopatra. So, you know, she's just a light, you know, she's just who she is. I'm still trying to figure out because she's a lot. She agrees that she's a lot. School, she does everything. She's in charge of student council. She's the captain of the whole Rivera team. That's about 100 kids. Wow. She's a cheerleader? Yeah, she's a cheerleader. She's lead with that. She's in theater. She just played, what's the name? Annie, and she was one of the lead roles. Wow. And then she's an honor roll student. Bagging 9 awards last semester.
Wow. No, she must get it somewhere. Yeah. She must get it from somewhere.
I'm like, what is going on? Who are you? She's not who I am. So I'm just taking it all in. It's a lot of me, but yeah, I am taking it.
I like that. So let's talk heritage a little bit. We were speaking yesterday. So Cleopatra is Mexican, Nigerian-American. Yes. You are Hausa, Fulani, Igbo.
Yes, I am.
So that's really ancestry there. Yes, so Krystal, what does it mean to you as a Nigerian mother to see your daughter walking very proudly in her roots, celebrating her African heritage on global platforms, becoming, as you are, a cultural ambassador for Nigeria and any part of her ancestry?
It means a lot to me. It means I'm more of a Hausa girl, honestly, than Igbo. And for the fact that Cleopatra came out and she adopted that Igbo culture and held it with pride, my mom is so happy about that. Because she is what I am not. She's what my mom prayed I would have been, because I was raised in Kaduna State. I was born in Chicago, raised in Kaduna State. So, and as a global cultural activist, I work with about 45 kids on a monthly basis with my U.S. company, Kids Multicultural World. I have, if I'm giving kids the glory and the confidence and training them to be leaders and proud of their cultural heritage, my daughter should be exceptional. So that's why I'm pouring out the love to her, teaching her the culture, we speak the language at home, we eat the food, teaching her how to respect herself in public. Because in the country we live in, there are a lot of things getting legalized, which I don't want my daughter to be a part of. So you still have to keep retraining them, reframing her mind when she comes back from school, because kids in school would indoctrinate their belief to her.
And you don't know where they're coming from, so she's going to get a whole lot of different messaging.
It's a whole lot, I'm telling you. So I have to keep telling her, hey, Cleo, this is not how we do it. This is how we do it. This is not how we do it. So, yeah, it hasn't been easy, but I'm doing it.
Oh, fantastic.
All right, so Cleo, let's stay with this conversation. Okay, so you need to tell me how you feel when you represent that many cultures on stage. Tell me, how does that feel?
It feels really good. I'm really proud of myself, too.
So how did you learn to dance, the cultural dance?
I taught myself, actually.
Say it again?
I taught myself.
You taught yourself? Please, how did you teach yourself?
So I practiced and I watched videos. So I didn't have any dancing classes, except when I was little, I took ballet, and that was like American dancing classes. I didn't take any Nigerian dancing classes, actually, because there's actually no dancing classes in USA. That's Nigerian, so I actually taught myself.
Wow. How did you feel the first time you saw her dancing?
I can't even remember the first time. She's been dancing from my womb.
Oh, wow.
She was one of those, I mean, elbow here, foot there, everything.
And when she's always dancing with her butt, and oh my God, this girl's horrible. She's always been a dancer. I can't remember the first time. I can only remember there was this dance, the Las Vegas Igbo Cultural Day. They were gonna stop them from having the kids segment to dancing because there was just a lot going on. And Cleo advocated because she was the lead dancer in the group. And I've never seen Cleo dance like the main Igbo professionally. And my mom said, hey, Krystal, we're having this. I want you to attend the event. I said, no, I don't want to. I'm busy, this. And I ended up going to watch them. And that was the video I took, and she went viral.
Were you shocked?
I was shocked. Every blogger in Nigeria carried that video. She had over 300 million views across social media.
So I think there's something about Nigerians seeing Nigerian children or Nigerians or people of Nigerian descent outside of the world embracing their culture. Yeah. There's a pride that we have in it, you know. And so especially for a young child, because at this age in a society like America, there's so many different pressures, interests, messaging, all of that that's going to be thrown at her, and for her to be self-interested and self-motivated, it's a beautiful thing. Let's take a break. We're going to take a quick break because we have much more on this conversation. How does Cleopatra balance everything? How does her mom ensure that she's exploring her talents and, of course, continue to hold on to values? We'll do more talking with Cleopatra and her mom after this. Stay with us.
Well, as you've seen, our guests today are a dynamic biological duo. A 9-year-old powerhouse who's walked professional runways, a dancer, an actor, and has featured in her first Hollywood movie in 2024, Kleopatra Vargas. She's still here with us. And of course, the mother who holds her hands, guides her, and thankfully brought her here to Nigeria to see her people, Dr. Krystal Changchangi, is also here. Cleopatra, you have walked so many runways. You've won national pageants, you've acted in movies, and you've given back to your community, all before turning 10.
Think about your life. Think about your life, right? What was I doing when I was 10?
I don't even mind. I love it. I love it. Right. But my question is, which of all of this makes you the happiest?
I actually like all of them because they all make me happy, excited, yeah.
So what? Okay, so let's break it down then. So what is it about modeling? Yeah. What is it about acting? What is it about dancing? Because I think dance. Oh, I can see a little bit. So what is? Let's start with that. What is it about dancing that you like so much?
I like when I move my body because I like to move my body with my. So yeah.
Okay, so what is it about modeling?
Modeling, I like when I catwalk in front of people, and I like when I show out my attire to people.
And so what is it about, I guess, okay, so we can use modeling and beauty pageants. So what is it about acting? You featured in your first film last year. How was that?
It was really good. I loved it.
Okay, here's the emphasis. I loved it. Mom, are you ready for that?
Oh, God would take the lead.
Let's come to so sorry. Let's come to you shortly. I am from the Southwest, and my parents struggle with balancing guardians and having someone express their talent like this. Do you struggle with that also, or how do you ground her, still making sure that she can explore all of this talent?
I think it's more about support system for us. We have a great support system. My mom is really supportive, and her dad is in her life. And it's just God, it's prayers. I'm telling you, it's not easy. She's doing so much, but it takes grace and it takes prayers, to be honest with you. So she's doing it, and we're just going to keep going.
Keep going.
Yeah, okay. It makes time fly by. Every day we have something to do. We're traveling across USA. That was Utah Fashion Week. We're in Washington Fashion Week, Chicago Fashion Week, Las Vegas Fashion Week. And we're going to Texas to go perform at the Igbo Cultural Festival in October. So it's like we're always traveling.
How does this impact her schoolwork?
No, it doesn't, because sometimes she takes online classes, so they understand. The principal loves her in her school. Everybody's supportive.
Oh, that's fantastic.
How do you manage? How do you blend it with your own? Your calendar.
Because to follow, you're a philanthropist. You have the magazine. You're a cultural activist. You're a journalist as well.
And you wonder where she got her energy from.
Yeah. So how do you manage it all for yourself as well, and then also model some of these values that you want Cleopatra to carry into the world? You spoke about. We know how the pressure is in the U.S., and so raising a child that has an ancestry and a heritage that is not from America, you want your child to be able to greet elders the way you would expect, to eat your food, to understand, to understand the cultural values of where you're from.
Yep. Like I said, it takes teamwork. I have my PA on here, Mr. Kevin and Queen Olivia. They coordinate my charity events, so I have a good team. I just assign everybody something to do. But I'm someone that also wants to be hands-on. When I'm having the cultural festivals across USA, I make sure that I'm in charge of I take care of like the media, the production, the kids on the runway. I want to be in everything. So it's not easy, but she is a piece to me. And she listens a lot. It helps. She listens. She pays attention. You know, so I think that is what is helping. Because if she was crazy like me when I was a kid, I don't think I will make it. I don't think I'll make it.
Do you get scared that maybe not friction with her, but you know, some decisions you have to make? Sometimes you have to say a firm no, and you're not sure what to say no to, what to say yes to, what will be beneficial for her, what would hurt your relationship with her and her future.
I'm a Nigerian lady, and I'm very old school. I don't do that. Oh my God, it's no. Cleopatra is no. If you don't like it, get out from here.
But it's no.
So I tell her no. She knows it. I'm very, very strict.
No,
you know, I'm like an army mom, military mom. That's what mom calls me. But mom is calm. She's more calm with Cleo. So Cleo tries to manipulate it, but you know, I'm just very old school. I think that has helped a lot.
So you don't do gentle parenting?
No. Oh my God, I'm sorry.
Our children are not gentle enough to be gently parented.
Oh, I said, Cleopatra, let me come back to you. I heard you received 9, listen, I need to get into this. I heard you received 9 awards in school during last year's award ceremony. And you're also class representative for your students' council. My darling, well done. Your new aunties.
We're very proud.
We are very proud of you. We will tie gele, we will print your picture in front of our t-shirt, and we'll carry placards. And we'll say it takes a village to raise a child. So, because we take school and education very seriously, so tell me, when you're not modeling, or you're not acting, or you're not as busy as you are, what do you enjoy doing?
I like to read, and I like to study. Sometimes I like to watch more dancing clips so I can get more moves. Sometimes I like to be by myself and just sleep and just eat food, try new things. And while I'm not doing that, I go to restaurants with my mom, and we eat food and we discover new things.
I love it. I love it. Wait, so what do you like to read? What are you currently reading? Do you have anything you're reading now?
Graphic novels.
You like graphic novels? That's interesting. See, you might want to start doing a podcast. Because this is going to be, how are you doing it?
Yes. Truly, how are you doing?
I love that part. Wow. Well done, Cleopatra. Well done.
Thank you.
It seems almost unbelievable. Like, one person can embody so many things.
Yeah.
And she's still grounded. And someone would think, oh, because, okay, maybe she's still young, or maybe she's still... But there's just a groundedness about...
It's now. You have to raise them now, because if not now, when they become teenagers, it's hard to restructure their mind. So it starts from a very young age.
Absolutely.
So that's what I believe.
What's the one mistake parents often make without even knowing it?
Leave them. It's just a baby. Leave her alone, Jerry. She will grow up now. You don't do that. Correct it. Even if it's 1 year old, correct it. Send them to do those chores. Take the plate to the kitchen. Pick up your clothes.
Yes.
Sit down here. Sit them from a very young age. That's what we did with her. At 10 months, she will wake up and sit right next to the bed and just play with my hair. She would not cry. I'm telling you. She's
at 10 months?
Just at 10 months, literally. Her father would say the same thing. She would sit down and just like a princess and just play with my hair. But her dad, she would jump on him. But for me, she would like sit like a princess. So,
wow.
It's a beautiful thing. Blessings, you're deep in
Yeah, so before I ask my next, I think I figured what the problem was with me. I did not like to study. So, like, you know, that's the issue. Because I was wondering what went wrong. what did I do differently? I figured it out. But I want to ask another question, right? So, we know kids can be fickle. I mean, Tolu's daughter was here recently, and we asked her what she wants to be when she grows up. And
I can't believe what she said.
Model.
She said model, but
I was telling her,
it changes.
You can't.
Exactly.
It changes every day.
It does change every day. So, and I think that we also had a conversation with one other doctor child in Ghana.
Oh, yes.
And I think I asked that same question. So most times what we see is the now. But what happens when she comes to you and says, Mommy, you know what? No more modeling, no more acting, no more, I'm done. What would be your reaction?
what do you want to do? Let's work on it. But I have to ask her why. I have to know why. Is someone bullying her in school? Are they like body shaming her? What is going on? Because I know she's always been passionate. We tried a lot. She was very good with tennis. I wish she can go back to
You were
tennis.
thinking the next Serena Williams.
Yes,
You were thinking the next Serena Williams.
That is what I wanted her to do. She was hitting those balls, and she said one day she woke up, she said, I'm not gonna, I felt so bad.
All of this before 9?
Swimming,
Listen.
ballet, she ran from it. So this is what she wants
So
to
it feels like
do.
this has been a conversation
Yeah.
before.
Yeah.
So how long has she been on the trajectory of modeling, dancing, and acting?
Modeling, we started at 10 months. She won her first pageant at 10 months. I think everything started at 10 months for her. You know,
My sister, in some climes, they will tell you, what do you mean in Yoruba? What do you say? Want to kill the child? Yes. My God, 10 months.
10 months, you know, singing with the broom and the videos, you know, modeling, making up. I think she sees me and grandma making up and dressing up, you know, so yeah, at 10 months.
So you talk about your mom, and
Yeah.
I think a lot of us sometimes we're not very cognizant of how important grandparents are. What do you think is what do you think the role your mother is playing in Cleopatra's life as well?
My mom is the reason why Cleo is so into the Igbo culture. I won't take that credit. Florence will take that credit. You know, she's the reason. Cleo loves, her favorite food is bitter leaf soup and fufu.
She just, and fufuke.
Yes,
Hey.
fufu. That's her favorite. Like,
You can see her face. She's like,
She will literally come back from school and say, Mommy, Grandma, can you make this for me? Bitter leaf, fufu, and igusi. I don't like igusi. She loves that. So my mom is everything, like her culture. And you know what? I'm sorry for saying this. This is actually the first child my mom is fully raising.
Okay.
Other of her kids plus me were raised by nannies and all that. This one, my mom has invested into her.
Wow.
So she's so old school, she's so spiritual, she prays, we do the NSPPD.
And she has old woman sense.
Yes,
no,
she does.
there's something you told me on the phone. I said, your daughter is an ancestor. Your daughter is an ancestor. She's been here before.
She is so quiet, so, like when I was a kid, they would be looking for where did she go to, which house is she in. But this one, she's calm. And I thank God for that. I don't want to have any other kid that would drive me.
No, she must have an Igbo name.
Yes, she does.
What is it?
What's your Igbo name?
Zikora na odo dimma.
Show the world
Do you
that
know what it
peace
means?
is good.
Say it again.
Show the world that peace is good.
Wow.
So Zikora.
Zikora.
Show the world that peace is good.
That's beautiful.
You see,
Looking at her
when
mom
they
with
people
so
know
much
how to raise.
Yes. She couldn't take her eyes off her mom. That's so
the way they stare at each
yeah.
It's like Coco and Tolu.
My own is fighting me right now. We are doing fight. We're at a supremacy battle. She's 10, but I feel like I'm already dealing with a teenager. It's ridiculous. We're going to take a quick time out. So when we come back, the conversation continues. A fantastic way to enjoy our Friday with Kleopatra Vargas and her mother, Dr. Krystal Changchangi, here in the studio. Stay with us.
because today has been amazing. You've missed a lot, but not everything, because we still have our guest here. One is a princess of the runway, and the other is a queen who guides her. Yes, I know. I mean, we've had such a great time today. Yes, but first, let me ask you, how is it been to other young girls? What would be your advice to other young girls who wants to try this?
Always follow your dreams and never give up, because if you give up, then you're not going to become what you want to be. And if you always say, I'm lazy, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that, I'm tired, I'm sick. If you do that, then you're not exceeding your goals, because if you're not exceeding your goals, then you're not doing what you're supposed to do.
Guinea pig goes.
Are you
She's an ancestor. She's been here before.
Are you ever tired?
No.
Wow.
But sometimes I'm tired when it's night.
Please, go to sleep. When mommy says it's bedtime, please just go and sleep, okay? But Cleopatra, I want to ask you, you've done modeling, you've done acting, you've done runway. Have you ever felt some type of, not fear, but that anxiety sometimes, maybe when you want to try something new? How do you deal with that?
Anxiety is for big people that's like bigger than me.
Okay.
But I know I'm gonna be bigger than them someday. So how I deal with that is I take a big breath and I tell myself it's okay, they're humans just like me. They're not like AI or ghosts. They're just like me, they're humans. So I just do whatever I want. I talk to them, I say, I love your music, I love your acting, I love the way you describe yourself, I love your personality. And yeah.
Is there somebody you'd like to meet while you're in Nigeria?
She already met the person yesterday.
Who?
Davido.
Who?
Davido.
You met Davido?
Yes.
So why is it Davido you wanted to meet?
It's because I really loved his music since I was a kid, and plus, most of the videos that I did of him went viral. Like, there was one that was 14 million of him. I was coming out of school. I didn't know that my mom was videoing me. I was trying to video her, but then I just heard music because I was coming out of school, like acting. And so I just started dancing, and it got 1 million likes.
Wow.
Yeah, he has 15 million now.
So you met Davido yesterday.
Yeah,
How was
he
that?
did.
So how has been sort of like the meet and greets and the celebrity meets? Sorry, I don't want to talk about David. I want to talk about Flavor.
I did not even plan none of this. I think it's just God. From the airport, I just wanted to surprise her with that entrance.
Yeah.
You know, and she's met everybody she wanted to see. She's met Magneto, she's met Flavor, Davido, Uzi Usman, everybody, Rita Dominic, you know, it's been amazing. Josh Too Funny, Zach Orji, you know, it's been amazing. It's been amazing. But Flavor, oh my God, exceptional. He is exceptional.
Fantastic to
Yeah.
hear.
And then Larry Gaga has been very great to us too. So
I'm assuming this is not going to be the last trip.
no, it's
Probably not even the last trip this year.
It's just the beginning.
Yeah.
I'm always in Nigeria. I was in Nigeria 5 times last year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, when my mom was watching her. So it's a whole lot. But she'll be coming more often with me. Yeah.
I couldn't get past when she said when I was a kid, but wait, who said? She said when I was a kid. I'm like, okay.
So, Krystal, let me ask you, what advice would you give parents who see greatness in their kids but struggle because they don't know how to navigate it, they don't know how to grow it, or they're afraid that, oh my God, I don't want her to be bigger than what I can control. You know, those kind of fears that litter a parent's mind.
I think we should say Nigerian parents or
Nigerian
African parents, because it seems to be not a very African thing, but a typically African thing to want to direct them to what we think is best for them.
You know, fear is poison. Fear is a poison. I get scared sometimes, but I know it's very important, we as parents, to allow kids to express themselves, just guide them. As long as it's not something negative that will kill them or hurt them, let them do it. See the positive even in the negative. You know, just uplift them, support them. Because Cleo want to become a lawyer when she grows up. That's what she's going to pursue in school, but she's still going to do the acting and whatever, you know, because she negotiates a lot and all that. So just support them. I know the resources might not be there, but just pray on it and ask God for direction, ask God for wisdom. That's why you're on earth. There's a supernatural world and there's a physical. So pray about it and just uplift your kid, because when you tell them they can do something, honey, it hurts them a lot. So just encourage them, pray for them, and support them. Be in it. Even if you're scared, follow them and see what they're doing. Be their friends. Don't scare them.
Please be their friend when? We had this conversation some time ago. You know, parents always be the parents. So when do you become the friend?
Your mother.
Yeah, so when do you become the friend?
So like Cleopatra is kind of my friend because we do things together, but there is a huge line of limits, and she knows when not to cross it, and she respects me a lot because I give her that eyes in public. I don't have any strength. I'm so Nigerian. I went to a boarding school. I've experienced everything. Fetched buckets of water, done my frog jump, been flogged, everything. So thank God she's not a bad child, but just, you know what, that's a secret. Be their friend. Let him tell you things. She tells me a lot. She tells me a whole lot.
Like what?
You'll be so surprised what goes on in school. So And if she doesn't tell me that, how can I fix it?
Yes. Or how can you help
If
her
there was
navigate?
fear, how can I navigate it? So because she tells me I can fix it, I can advise her on this boy's drama. Because in America, it's real. Africa, we have culture. They don't have culture out there. They need culture. That's why my organization is flourishing, because I'm bringing in what nobody's bringing it out there, the cultural thing with kids. So just be their friend. You can break that down. Doesn't mean you're going to a club or whatever with them.
but just walk side by side with them.
Even if you don't like it, just keep playing along.
Even if they tell you things that are uncomfortable, you keep it straight.
Yes, just
keep your face straight.
Just keep it straight. They know how to
you see how to that face straight.
Yes.
I told you guys the things that my daughter has asked me in
With the face straight.
2.5 weeks.
You go out and take a walk.
I'm telling you.
You first breathe deep and say,
I'm telling you.
why are you asking me this? You want to get an idea of where it's coming from. And then you say, okay, this is it. And then we'll talk about it more as you grow. I cannot. Krystal, well done. Well done.
Before we let you go, what's the one thing that you would say Africans struggle a lot? You say there's so many things going on out there, and then it puts like fear. Not like fear that, oh, you know, but that kind of fear that, oh my God, I have to try as much as possible to shield my own from what's going on out there. What's the one thing that you would say, you've struggled with that?
As a mother or as a citizen?
As a mother.
The things are getting legalized right now. The Western influence towards Africa. You know, I'm very scared about that. I have a lot of friends that are into it. You know, but me personally, I don't want it to come into my home. So we have to have that uncomfortable conversations with our kids, and we have to keep empowering them with the culture, and we shouldn't lose the language, and we should create the tradition. If you don't have a tradition, maybe you don't like where you come from, the tradition, how you were raised, break that generational curse and set the pace on how you want your family to be. Stop thinking about what your mother did not do for you, what your father did not do for you. If you're fatherless, it's okay. Fix it for your kids. So if you can fix that, I think the future will be a better place. I know why I'm doing this weekly, because when I was in Nigeria, there was not a lot of resources. I came from a very good, well-to-do family, but there was no still avenue for me to go to maybe ballet class or sports or play basketball and all that. So that's why I'm able to now push clear. This is very important, because whatever you do, think about it. Beyonce, Michael Jackson, Obama, Serena Williams, they started from a very young age. This is the age.
Actually.
This is the age. Is that confidence? That's...
Blessings is wondering what went wrong.
I smiled so much, my cheeks hurt.
Just keep encouraging them. Like sometimes it's like I have so many things. I'm sponsoring so many kids in Nigeria. I have people I take care of in the United States. There's not enough funds. I'm making the money, but it's like it's going out like that, you know. But I have to do it. We have to travel. We have to do those runway shows. We have to invest. We have to gamble sometimes. So it's just sacrifice. Life is about sacrifice and praying to the Most High. So
Kleopatra, I'm going to give you just 30 seconds. Your mom has said a lot, but we saw the way you've been looking at her. You want to tell her something. Your mom has been amazing to you. What do you think of everything she's done for you?
You're the best mom ever, and I really love you. Thank you for all you've done.
It's so right.
I love you. I love you.
It's okay. Let me outro now. Oh, you guys are good.
It's okay.
My heart. Today's conversation wasn't just about crowns, titles, or talents. It's about identity, intention, and the quiet power of being raised to believe you can take up space. Kleopatra reminds us that confidence has no age limits, and Krystal shows us that parenting is one of the greatest forms of leadership. Whether you're raising a child, chasing a dream, or rediscovering your voice, it starts with believing. And as we've seen today, when you raise a girl with purpose, you raise a generation with power. This is Jasiri signing out for another week. I think their eyes are misty. We're going. We'll see you guys on Monday. Bye-bye.